anyway, then
Or was this the big one?
Newcastle. Hey,
Madness.
what was that?
Wow.
5-0 in what? 20 minutes?
5-0 in like 24 minutes, I think it was.
Oof.
Yo,
Tottenham get
listen to what I'm
battered.
saying to you. That pass from Joe Willock. Listen, if that was De Bruyne,
Yeah. It would have been
Not even the winner. Any top baller. Like, I was like,
Modric.
First off, like, who played it? Because I was shocked it came from like
Do you know what was mad, right? I kept seeing Willock on the pitch and I was thinking, who is that? Because I couldn't.
because of the
His
hair.
hairstyle.
I was thinking, who is that? It's
yeah,
not St. Maximin. Is that? I was thinking, who the hell is that? And then I seen the pass and I was like, no, that's Joe Willock.
So it was 5-0 within 21 minutes.
That was.
And I'm going to be honest. People are not honest and things like that. I'm going to be honest. I saw the pass and I was like, was that Willock? Not going to lie. It was
No,
top
okay.
quality. Top quality.
I know we're sitting there saying that, but he is, him and his
Baller, man.
brothers,
He's a baller.
No,
He's a baller.
they're ballers.
No, they're ballers.
Right.
And this season, he's shown the potential I guess Arsenal saw in him, right?
Chris at QPR, is he still at QPR?
Yeah.
I'm not
I
sure
think he's
to
been
be
out of the
honest,
team.
He was doing job when he arrived.
Mm.
Joe at Newcastle,
Mm.
balling. When he's on song,
Yeah. He's done well.
he puts
that
in
scoring record last
very
season, didn't he?
good performances.
No, it wasn't last season. It was a season
Oh,
away from Arsenal.
oh,
And
yeah,
that's
sorry, yeah,
when
it was,
Bruce
yeah.
balled.
yeah.
But-
He's
To your point, I think if you rewind to before he went on loan and he wanted to play, if you said to me, well, actually, he's gonna go and score, I think it was 12 games in a row, or something crazy. He's then gonna get a permanent transfer, and then be part of the first 11 after a major buyout.
yeah.
So and they spend money, bring in your Brunos, etc. I'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever, man. Look where we are now. He's testament to
An integral part of that
if
team
you want
as well.
a bit of a parallel to Morgan Gibbs-White, right?
Yeah.
You leave that team, you go somewhere else, and you flourish.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone I'll be like, okay, you know what?
Mhm.
You're in
Yeah,
a Champions League qualification contending team. You've consistently affected games, and those things don't happen. You know that is almost a culmination of him playing regularly, being confident, etc. Yeah, that pass was nice, and I do think we do have a thing in football where the brand carries you. Like, you know, if De Bruyne had done that pass, or Mahrez, or even Odegaard or someone,
waxing lyrical for ages.
it would have been. We'd still be talking about it today. I've not seen anyone post about it today on Insta. There's been no memes. There's been no videos.
The pass
nothing.
was just
it was
and do you know what? I just want to say I'm so happy, right, about one person in particular, because I watched him when he was at Dortmund. I watched him when he went to Sociedad, and I've always said he is a top striker.
Yeah, he is, bro.
Right? He just needed his opportunity, and I think he got that at Sociedad, and he proved alongside. Was it Ødegaard? It was Isak and Ødegaard. He was Isak and Ødegaard. They were balling, right? At Sociedad, and obviously Ødegaard's gone to Arsenal and Isak's gone to Newcastle. And I was hoping that he would come to the Prem and just show what he's capable of. And I feel like he's done that, but I feel like he's got more in the bag.
Oh yeah,
I really feel like he's got more in
And
the
he's just
bag.
come back off a long injury as well. Like, and he's hit the ground running.
I think get better players around him, maybe. He settles into that number 9 role. I think we're going to see a very special
For a while,
talent.
I thought he was overhyped because remember when Arsenal hold on. Remember when Arsenal were linked to him, right?
Yeah.
And then he didn't end up coming to us.
Yeah.
When he went back to Sociedad, I say he went back. When he started, I think the season before he went to Newcastle, he had a really bad season. A really bad season.
numbers-wise, yeah.
Numbers-wise.
Yeah.
Now he's gone to Newcastle and he's like, this is me.
So I hadn't watched him play. When I was hearing about him, the only thing I could do was go to numbers, right? Obviously, you watch a few YouTube compilations, but, you know, and I was like, well, there's nothing here that immediately says, oh, we got to go and get him. So I'm thinking, okay, it must be an eye test thing. You know, if you see him play, you know, the various elements of his game is why a lot of people are talking about him. Obviously, he got into the Swedish team relatively early, etc. So yeah, super happy, and this is the stage to do it, right?
Yeah,
and it's a perfect combination of kind of circumstances. You're going to a team like Newcastle, where previously you could argue they wouldn't have probably shelled out that money for you, or you might not be looking to go to them if it wasn't for the situation they're in. They're now going to be in the Champions League for the first time in some time. You've come and contributed in the business end of the season. It's all kind of coming together well for him, as you say, even though it's after a long injury. And you could kind of see how building a little kind of attacking system with him right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I like how Eddie Howe's got the balance of the players that were there kind of under the previous regime and the new kind of, say, big money signings that they brought in. Like, he's got the balance well.
Well,
so,
Isak was, what, 60 million?
Yeah.
That's
So
chunky.
So I think they'll get in the Champions League. I think he needs to find a balance of what does he do next? Like, granted, you've relied on Longstaff and Murphy, etc., who are not rubbish players.
No, but
as you said, like, your Champions League, you don't want to be in there to make up the numbers, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, it'll be interesting to see. They'll have the money to spend. How will he spend it? Who will they bring in, etc.? Like,
there's a part of you worry for Joe Willock, because even though we're waxing lyrical about him, I don't know if they go to that next tier of player that they keep the likes of Willocks and Longstaffs and them players.
I think they will.
It's a fair question.
I think he's shown he's got something about him. He's got good potential. He's definitely put in very good performances. He can rise to the occasion. He's been an integral part of this team's the challenge for the Champions League.
And they'll need a bigger squad. Regardless.
Regardless.
So, if they bring in players in, if they bring in like 4 or 5
they're not
quality players.
Yeah, they're not going to sell
the Willocks and the Longstaffs are still going to get a decent run out throughout the season.
They'll get at least another season and a half.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
I think to your point, I think he's earned himself the
Time.
opportunity to prove that.
Yeah.
If you look at it from a club point of view, you probably want Eddie Howe to be a little bit ruthless. I mean, that's fantastic, but I don't have a track record of you playing at that level. So yeah, you'll get a chance, but I'm now going to use the fact that we're in the Champions League and we can pay probably better wages to now go and maybe get someone who is of Champions League quality, but maybe he's not getting his chance or he needs to step down before he goes back up, etc. So yeah, I think he's bought himself that opportunity. But if you look at it from a ruthless, just business point of view, football point of view, Eddie Howe probably needs to go and get someone who has proven what we want Joe Willock to go and prove. You know what I mean?
And just a quick point on Newcastle, I'd say of all the players who'd say might not see it through is ASM. Like, I know he kind of had the kind of plaudits, but it doesn't. Before you'd say they need him to play, where now you're like, well, if he doesn't play, doesn't really matter.
And if Gordon sorts himself out in pre-season, that's another problem he's got.
Yeah,
because he can play on either side.
Yeah, I just think that's quite surprising of all the players.
I'm not that surprised because his end product's not fantastic.
It was exciting, innit? Like,
exciting. Don't put points to the board. That's the crowd. But if you think Eddie Howe wants to see all of that salsa on the ball, bruv, he wants you to put the ball in, innit?